Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Is all right? Welcome to the last word here on Newcastle Fans TV. Yes, hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well after Newcastle's spirited performance. Video, the title literally explains it. Bit of fight, bit of determination, wear the badge, and I think Newcastle did do that, although they did go down against quality, of course, with the champions, but score 3 against the champions. I didn't expect that. I predicted 3-0 City, and I was proved wrong. It was a very, very entertaining game at St James Park, a dead rubber, but it was very entertaining, maybe because the pressure was off at both sides. But more on that very, very shortly. But, of course, this is the last word, and we have a lot to rattle through with you today. We've got reaction from Steve Bruce. We've got Adam's reaction as well. And we'll also talk about the game, lineups, what have you. We'll read some of your comments out as we go along. But first, of course, this video is sponsored by Manscaped.
The Premier League's in full swing, and that means it's time to throw on your club's shirt and make sure you don't take a nasty tackle below the waist. Our partners at Manscaped are here so you stay clean and take care of yourself where it matters most. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs with the code NFTV at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with your order. Manscaped is launched in the UK and the EU. We've gone years without using the right tools for the job, but no fear, Manscaped is here with an absolute screamer to deliver the best tools for your below-the-waist grooming experience. Now, if you're like me, I didn't like to buy expensive razors. I used to buy the cheap ones, and they used to cut my face and cut my below the waist. Not anymore. With Manscaped, that's all freshened up. I don't even cut myself anymore, which is brilliant. That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has perfected the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, the Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK and across Europe. The Lawnmower 3.0 is simply the best hygiene tool for the modern man, perfect for the proper footballer. Because of their semi-retic blade and skin-safe technology, your snags will be reduced and you'll be protected from any rash tackles when shaving. The trimmer's batteries also last 90 minutes. You could be shaving your nether regions for an entire football match. Remember to take a little water break at halftime, of course. The perfect 3.0 package comes with the new improved Lawnmower waterproof cordless body trimmer, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag for you to use when you've done quarantining. The perfect package 3.0 is like City's form in 2021, top and full of class. Shame about Newcastle's form of late. The perfect package 3.0 also comes with a crop preserver and crop reviver. The crop preserver has anti-chafe and ball deodorant, which ensures that your weekend fixture does not end up with your balls sticking to your leg. Ouch. The crop reviver is a spray-on toner for your balls. It's made with soothing aloe and witch hazel extracts, which give your balls a boost. The crop reviver is a spray-on toner for your balls. It's made with soothing aloe and witch hazel extracts that give your balls a boost. And let's face it, Newcastle could use a boost for the next game if you want to finish out of the relegation zone. Get 20% off and free delivery with the code NFTV at manscaped.com. You could be one of the first men in Europe to experience their life-changing products. Take advantage of this limited time offer for Manscaped's top flight line of products and try it for yourself. Remember, get 20% off and free delivery with the code NFTV at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free delivery at manscaped.com and use the code NFTV. Pick the right Toon Squad when shaving your bits and trust Manscaped to get the job done.
Yes, so that was Manscaped, proudly sponsors NFTV. Some of their products are absolutely brilliant, stunning. I keep saying I'm going to have a shave. I am actually going to do a shave with Manscaped as well, so you can actually see how good it is, because I am looking a bit hairy here. But let's get on with tonight's video, which is the wrap-up of all the videos from earlier on. Obviously, you would have seen all the reaction, but we'll read some of your comments out when I get the stage of half time. So do please keep them coming. Manchester City's lineup then. Right. Okay. I mean, the biggest one, and everybody was talking about it, was Scott Carson. Scott Carson just literally plucked out the wilderness, and we were like, how old's Scott Carson? God, he must be like 39, must be 40, but apparently he's 35, but he hasn't played in the Premier League for like nearly a decade, and I was shell-shocked not to see Stefan, the American goalkeeper, play in goal, but it was Carson. And then we were talking in the build-up, me and Matt, that look, they're two central defenders. That's where we need to go and hurt them. That's where the weakness is, and it clearly was. It was Nathan Ake who I thought was shocking tonight, and the young lad Eric Garcia, who's probably going to join Barcelona in the summer. But look, even though that's a rotated side, that's one hell of a side still. 9 or 10 of them will start every single week for Newcastle, without a shadow of a doubt. And then the bench, yes, it's very much defensive moulded, majority of it. Obviously, there was no Aguero, who loves a goal against us, but it was Stefan, Diaz, Stones, Laporte, Mendy, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Foden, and then you had the young lad Palmer. I was a little bit surprised I didn't see Rory Delapson, because he's doing the business in their youth teams. But I hope still a very good, strong squad. And obviously with us, it was a case of, right, who is going to replace Callum Wilson? Would Kieran Clark come in that starting lineup? It was only one change that Bruce went with, as you can see. It was Joe Linton who came in for Callum Wilson. That wasn't a surprise. It wasn't like, oh my God, have you seen the lineup? It wasn't out like that. But it was the lineup that you expect it to be. It's not really changes too much. Didn't surprise anybody here at NFTV. I'm sure I didn't with you either. But great to see Matty get on the bench. Very disappointed though, not to see him get any minutes. Hopefully get some minutes against the two relegated sides, which are coming up for Newcastle, which is a great chance to pick up 6 points. But yeah, and obviously there's a few injuries. That's why we're missing the likes of Darlow, Hayden, Callum Wilson. Obviously, we've got Lascelles out, Fabian Schär's out. So we've got a few that are missing from the game. But going into the game, I was like curious to see how Newcastle would actually start off in the match. Would we park the bus? Would we go out and attack them? And I was very disappointed to see us park the bus originally. The first 20, 25 minutes was very, very frustrating watching it, because it was men behind the ball. And we weren't... Dubravka wasn't tested as such. I know Steve Bruce said that after the post-match with his interviews and that, and he wasn't tested, but it was all City having possession, and the stats prove that. However, we did score against the run of play, and it was actually fantastic. Bullet header. What a header by Emil Kraft. Beating his man, Nathan Ake, who I'm sure will get mentioned once or twice in this video, because he had a nightmare tonight. But Shelvey's corner comes in. Kraft leaps up. I mean, it's unheard of. If he's got that in his locker, get up more often. I don't care if he's playing right back one week, centre back the next week. If he can do that, coming up from corners, and if he's a right back, get him in the box, because that's something that we've never seen Emil Kraft at all in his time at Newcastle. Scott Carson kind of doing that about it. It's a power header. Newcastle are against the run of play, are 1-0 up, and you're thinking, fuck me, we're 1-0 up here against Manchester City. We didn't deserve this. However, what I think was a key moment in the game is when John Joe Shelvey had his free kick, because it clips the woodwork, it cannons off the woodwork. If that goes in, you're 2-0 up against the run of play, which you don't really deserve, edging towards half-time. You would have took that. You would have laughed, and I would have parked the bus. Yeah, park the bus. Do all you want. You're 2-0 up against the champions, man. But that was the key moment. If that guns in, that could have been a different result tonight. I'm not upset about the performance tonight. Result, if that guns in, though, you're thinking, what if? What if that goes in? But equalised through a deflected drive by Cancelo, who was moved over on the left-hand side the night. Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? Because it ricochets, and Cancelo's for me, he should be in the team of the year for me at right back. He's the best right back in the division for me. Although he was playing left back, he's talented. He makes the right back. He makes the right back game now go up another level, because he comes into midfield, and it was an interesting tussle with Jacob Murphy back and forth all game. It spells Cancelo won it. It spells Jacob Murphy won it. going attacking him as well. But yeah, we went in obviously into the it was 1-1, and I mean the next you think to yourself, right, okay, it's 1-1, but we conceded pretty quick, didn't we? And then you've got to say it's a fucking wonder goal. The next one, I mean, sometimes you look at goals and think, yeah, we should have done that. You should have done that. But unbelievable goal. What a goal. Goal of the month. Contender for goal of the season. You might say, oh, Shelby's got to get tighter. But it's just an outrageous flick and it flies in the top corner. For me, that's the best goal that Newcastle have conceded all season. And last season is probably against Man City as well, when De Bruyne thunder cunted it, top corner, at St. James's Park as well. So for me, let us know what you think. That, for me, is the best goal that we've conceded this season. In fact, it's the best goal that Newcastle have been involved in this season, period, because our goals have not been great either. 2-1, not great, okay, because you've got yourself 1-0 up, you're already behind, but you think to yourself, okay, we're only 2-1 down. We're still in the game. We've still got to fight to come out and maybe come back with a bit of fight and come into that second half as well. Let's see what he's saying at the halfway stage as well. Loved it from Joe Linton, says Callum today. Thomas, I hope our team turn up for those games. Must be talking about probably the last two games there. Thomas is speaking to Truls. I bloody hope so. Would love to sign Willock. I don't think Ashley would spend. I think the proof's in the pudding now. A few weeks ago, I was like, nah, not yet. Maybe another loan. I'm convinced now that he's the man to get us double figures from midfield, because we haven't had it since Kevin Nolan. So he's, for me, if you're going to spend the money, I don't want to blow all the budget, but if you are going to go and blow that budget, do it on him. Truls goes on to say, yeah, should have had loads of goals. Knowing Bruce, probably not. Missed Wilson. Do you reckon we scored 3 goals? Did we really miss Wilson? Maxi was too high up. I thought Maxi was pretty good defensively, actually. I thought he grafted the day. Willock was too good for us. Arsenal will want a premium. And Ollie's going on to say, would like to see Kel Watts get a real chance next season. This system will be good for him, as well as having 2 senior centre-halves next to him will help him settle. He can only carry the ball out. Yeah, fabulous talent. Kel Watts doing the business at Plymouth, and thankfully his injury when he went to hospital is not too bad. Bit of a fluke because he could have had it given a chance, but what a goal. It's a stunning goal. Leave Joe Litton cost us 10 million. Would you reckon he would have been a decent signing? No. Look at Kraft, 5 million. I know Kraft scored today, but overall, you pay for what you get majority of the time. Majority. That's why I'm ruling out Joe Linton. 40 million was a disaster. But majority of the time, you do pay for what you get. That's one of the best goals we've conceded in the Premier League era for me. Up there with Bergkamp and De Bruyne goals. Adrian's rating that proper high as well. By Joe as well. Yes, is that football 1997. If we can afford him and if he wants to play first team football, I'm sure he'll go back to down North London, speak to Mikel Arteta, have that conversation. Am I going to be playing first team football? Because he's in an age now where you can do it in the Premier League, he's scoring goals. And do you know what Arsenal could do with someone like that, their own player, if they're just given the chance? He's scoring goals. Whether Arteta allows that to happen or not, that's another story. Right. The next incident was a penalty. Was it a penalty? And was it offside in the VAR? So at first glance, I didn't see it being a penalty because I seen it at first glance. But obviously, being at the benefit of watching on TV, you can watch the replays. Now, that's going to change when I'm at the game on Wednesday because I won't have that benefit. So, ASM, it was pulled back to check if he was on or offside. Nathan Ake trying to play the high line. That name again, Nathan Ake, trying to play the high line. ASM's bursting through. He feeds it to Joe Linton. And do you know what's not being talked about in this build-up? What fucking brilliant footwork it was by Joe Linton to get past, I think it was Cancelo. Unreal. That's been missed by a lot of people. Sensational footwork to get past his man. He kind of waits for contact a little bit, but Ake gets back. He clips him. He does. It's contact. He brings him down, and it's a penalty. VAR checks it, as I say, the offside, checks the goal. The tackle by Ake. It is a penalty. Joe Linton steps up. He equalises. You think, hey, we've got a game on here. We've scored 2 against Manchester City, man. What's going on here? We're back in the game. 2-2. You're thinking, right, can we really go and sneak a winner? Can we? Can we go and get a? Can we? You can probably tell I'm a lot more happier mood despite getting defeat, because again I'll reflect back to the video title: play with fight. That's all we ask. That old saying: we don't demand a team that wins, we demand a team that tries. And the lads did try tonight against world class opposition, and we got 3 goals. So I'm not. Oh, fucking hell, what? Fucking Bruce out. Oh, what was fucking shite tonight? Oh, I'm not like that. Yeah, Bruce needs to go. But you can see the performance and the effort was there by the lads tonight. So, but we've still got a few to rattle through. 3-2 up. That man, Joe Willock, he's just talking about in the comments below, goes past Kyle Walker. For me, just off the record, Kyle Walker doesn't go at the Euros for me. He's not even in the top best 2 England right backs for me. For me, he doesn't go, by the way. He brings him down. Stupid by Walker. It's a penalty. Willock misses it. I think, oh, Christ, man. Willock's missed it. And I was very surprised. Takes a lot of bottle to take it off Joe Linton, because Joe Linton wanted it again. Now, I was under the impression of that Matt Ritchie was first choice penalty taker, and then Jonjo Shelvey might be second. But Joe Linton takes the first one, which surprised me. But even more surprising, the second one is that Willock's got the balls and think, you know what, I'm having this. I'm taking this. He misses it. Well, he doesn't miss it. Technically, Scott Carson saves it. And then comes back out to him. And thankfully, he stabs it in. And Newcastle are 3-2 up. Thinking, we got to win this. But we didn't have... The thing is, though, when we had the leads in this game, we didn't have the leads for long. I think that was a problem. We didn't have a long period of having like 20 minutes without conceding a goal or what have you. All the goals that we scored were hit back very quickly. And it's... The equaliser for Torres is second. The ball's on the right-hand side. It's cut back. It looks like, for me, people are saying it's Joe Willock not tracking his man. For me, Emil Kraft's got to do a lot better here. He's got to get tight. Emil Kraft can see him. He's head on, face on, with his body turned sideways. He's free, man. He's free from 6 fucking yards, and he puts it in the top corner. That could have been prevented, man. That really, really could have been prevented. 3-3, and... You think to yourself, right, we're going to chuck it away here. And we did, because they scored. It wasn't far off after that equaliser. That man, Ferran Torres, again, obviously scored a hat-trick for Spain against Germany not so long ago. He grabs his hat-trick. Man, devastating, man. Devastating, because the fight was there the night. But he puts it away. It hits the woodwork. Cancelo cutting in. Comes back out. It's fantastic reaction. You have to say that. The reactions from Torres is brilliant. He puts it in the back of the net. And Newcastle couldn't come back and fight and get that equaliser, make it 4-4. I bet Carl was sick of his life having to update the scoreline in the watch-along, because we've had 7 goals, which is mental. We had 6 the previous game. But, yeah, the fight was there. And you can't be too disgruntled being a Toon fan, because we all thought we were in for hammering the neat. Thankfully, we put a spirit in. Great. And let's go and get 6 points for the last 2 games. Let's go and enjoy with football. Let's say a bit of the kids come in. Let's say Matty play. Maybe give your debutants to maybe a Stan Flaherty off the bench. Maybe you want to bring the Longstaffs play together. Maybe give Gillespie a game. Why not? The season's done, you know. So whether he does that or not, who knows? But let's get reaction from Steve Bruce and Ferran Torres as well.
Yeah, I mean, we gave it a right good go, but when you play against these defensively, we had to be better than what we were. And although I can't remember my goalkeeper making save after save, just the sloppiness of a couple of goals is the disappointing thing of the whole evening for me. How often do you score 3 against this mob? You know, not very often. So, you know, the disappointing thing is we just got up and we were a bit naive, and our defending had to be better at times. But look, for the way they went about their work, I was delighted with them, but we weren't quite good enough.
Yeah, it's been an incredible week. We qualified for the Champions League final, then we won the Premier League, and obviously today I scored a hat-trick, but very, very happy. I try to improve day by day and also try to learn from my teammates, from the manager. I scored a hat-trick with the Spanish national team against Germany today as well, so I try to keep ready, keep improving and getting ready for the Champions League final. Yeah, it was in the set pieces. I always try to go to the first post and I flicked the ball, and I think it was a very beautiful goal.
So that was a reaction from Steve Bruce and Cancelo's interpreter. Not Cancelo. I've got Cancelo on the brain because I've seen a comment from JL. That was Torres's translator because Torres can understand English. He just doesn't speak it well. So that was his. That wasn't him. That was his interpreter. Right. Let's go to some of your comments before we move on. We've got a clip from Adam coming up very shortly as well. Eric Lee played well. The lads still boost out. Totally echo that. Mike Ashley won't sign Willock until there's any takeover news. I hope that's not the case. Very much agree with Callum Watts getting a chance next season. Looks a promising talent. For me, Watts needs to be amongst the first team and be dropped in every so often in cup games and substitute appearance here and there, maybe as cover. But then again, you've got Florian Lejeune who could need to come back as well. Cancelo had a stinker. I would agree defensively that he had a stinker. Offensively, he was still a threat. Murphy had him a pocketed bar jammy goal. I think he was defensively he was poor. Joe Litton give it a Willock because he thought he'd already had someone else get to the next pen. And Adrian goes on to say only Leicester have scored more goals in a game against City this season with 5. We did well today getting 3. Yeah, Callum goes on to say something in South America is a common thing. And Ollie goes on to say massively Greeley, Kyle Walker is criminally overrated, defensively suspect, and a complete pace merchant as well. And the next one is this is me now. No Toon fan would bark at giving Watts and Matthew start in the next game. Watts can't play because he's actually been out on loan and he's just come out of hospital. Good to see you lot. Stay up. I will get my night out in the 2 next season. Bruce in, Bruce out. Bruce out. Bruce out. And yes, I'll come down to Leeds because it's a short drive. Naive. We defended the last 30 minutes with an exhausted team and left the changes for late and the wrong changes too. Great point. Fantastic point. This is me now because I've just wanted to highlight that. For me, the substitutions is the negative from me. Yes, you can talk about conceding 4 goals, but we expected to concede a lot of goals anyway the night. But the negativity for me, the substitutions didn't happen earlier. You're bringing in Sean Longstaff and the 83rd minute. You also there's a double change. You had the double change in the 83rd, and then you bring in Dwight Gale on the 87th. Bring it in 15 minutes earlier. If you're in the game for a point or 3 points, go for it. I thought the subs could have been brought on a lot earlier. I would have liked to see Andy Carroll against Nathan Ake because Ake was shocking the night. He was at fault for at least 2 of their goals in it. Would have been nice to see Andy Carroll against them because I reckon he could have bullied the youngster Eric Garcia and Nathan Ake in it for at least 10, 15 minutes. But that's my gripe the night. Substitutions were too late. Matty didn't even get a look in as well. That's the negative from me. Dwight Gill is only getting 2 minutes. It's just criminal poor from Bruce. That fitness was huge. And there's obviously a few players that are rumoured. I'm going to say rumoured because they're not official yet. That Dwight Gale, Fabian Schär and Jacob Murphy are potentially on the verge of signing contracts. That hasn't been made official yet by the club. Those are still just rumours, but that's probably likely to happen now. But we've got a clip from Adam and his reaction. He's just finished on scoring the player, so click back if you haven't seen that. But he has his reaction on the game.
Cheers, Lee. Yeah, what can we say? Beaten by probably arguably the best team in the world at the minute in Manchester City, although they didn't have some of the big hitters in the team. We still give them a good game for 65, 70 minutes until their class of killing the game management really shone through. Fighting for the badge was much more impressive today. We were very aggressive in the press, people getting in their faces. Raheem Sterling didn't really have a touch the entire game. Jacob Murphy defended him really, really well. And what's let us down really is just the defence ball watching. Just not concentrating at crucial times. I think if we'd kept, after the Willock's penalty, if we just kept it tight for 5 or 10 minutes, we would have went on to win that game. But we just ball watched straight away. Frustrating that we don't set up like that in most games. Not going to criticise Bruce, but I think there was a lot more freedom there because we didn't need the points. I think that was pretty evident, which is frustrating. But it was an entertaining game. It was a pleasure to watch for 65 minutes. Us getting at them, us showing looking dangerous going forward was good to see. Frailties at the back. I think the defence needs improvement in the summer. Probably all across the back, but a good watch for the neutral anyway. Disappointed we couldn't get at least a point out the game with a absolutely brilliant team in Man City when they can drop the players they're doing still. That 3 or 4 minute period where we couldn't get close to them. It's just impressive football. Where hats off to them. So disappointed we couldn't get there, but I think if we play like that, we'll comfortably beat Sheffield United when we're back. I'm going, can't wait. But yeah. Hats off to the lads today for running the socks off, but just that final quality, just Man City have, was just too much for us.
Thank you very much, Adam. So he will be at St James's Park on Wednesday night. I am, and Johnny is as well. More on that in the next few days when we do previews and what have you towards that as well. A couple of comments to rattle through. We've still got another video to come this weekend as well, because we've got a Greenwood and Mulliner show. And of course, we'll still have the best of the fan reaction popped over to NFTV Extra as well. But let's have a look at you, wrap up with some of your comments as well. Feeling proud to be a Newcastle fan. Yes, I would agree in terms of the fight. Definitely nice clock. Not by mine. I'm guessing that's Sam talking about Adam, because I've got the green screen behind us, which is still a little bit temperamental with the new camera systems that I'm using. Hence why there's no green screen. Well, it is, but there's no picture behind it. You know what I mean? Manchester City had 900 passes tonight. Crazy, yeah. They had over something like, was it 84% possession? Something like that, wasn't it? And obviously, JL went on to say City were behind twice tonight after taking the lead in the second half. They were risking anything. The respect was there, but the fitness was too much for us as well. But you can smash that like button as I'm chatting away to you. That will be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The last word is going on a little bit. I didn't expect it to be 26 minutes just because there was too many goals to rattle through, wasn't it? And of course, we've got the last two games of the season coming up with Sheffield United and Fulham, two relegated sides. And obviously, we know what happened at Bramall Lane earlier on this season. We'll not mention that again. They cannot have a repeat performance. Go out and attack them. Again, it's another dead rubber the next two games. Chuck in a couple of kids. Why not? Why not? If you want to play a rotated side, I'm all for it. If you want to chuck Gillespie in goal, I'm all for it. If you want to give Andy Cowell a start, I'm all for it. You know, it's a time to give reward. Maybe is that the right term? Reward people for not hanging around, but the commitment that they've shown at the club. Who knows? We'll see on Wednesday, but I do expect a couple of changes, especially for Wednesday. Maybe the full strength against Fulham to get everyone some match fitness. But of course, as I say, we've got a Greenwood and Mulliner show this weekend. I think that's going to be out Sunday, I think. And then obviously we've got an NFTV Extra video as well. There's also another NFTV Extra video about an unpacking box as well. So stay tuned for that. But that is it. Thank you very much, everyone. Get yourselves off the kip. See you later, everyone. Watch what is it doing. Ta-da. Bye-bye.